Give us your name and number, love.
My name's Jenny Cross. I'm the Managing Director of Cross Productions, formerly sort of more better known, I should say, for Niche Magazine.
And how are you supporting Charity Link and the Magical Christmas?
The Magical Christmas, it genuinely is magical. It's an idea that's magical, and the difference it's going to make to so many lives is huge. So we will support it in any way that we can, through obviously the donation for the seats, through marketing it in the magazine, through sharing the word. I think if everybody could do a little bit, it would make a huge difference.
What would your message be to business? I mean, you know, everybody's asked so much for so many different causes. What would your message be to a business about why they should consider this campaign? In general, 9 out of 10 people love Christmas. So most people do love Christmas. There's something about it that's just special. And I think if people if I could ask everybody to do one thing and just take just a minute out, just stop and think about what is important to you at Christmas. Is it having that quality time with people that you love? Is it, you know, actually doing something with the family or a friend that means a lot? You know, what is it that you would love about Christmas? And then if you just take a minute to consider the fact that there are hundreds and hundreds of people in our city that live here, that are part of our community, that do not have that. They don't have family. They don't have friends necessarily. They don't have the funds to be able to do something like that. And this idea, this whole concept, to me, really moved me because I've grown up going to the theatre, doing stuff with, you know, my family, my parents, you know, my brothers, my sister, you know, and obviously I now do that with my kids. And there's so many people that have never experienced that. You know, they cannot physically afford to go out and have an afternoon, you know, to go and watch a show, you know, go to an evening show. They can't even afford necessarily to even go out for a coffee. Times are really hard for a lot of people, and we're one community. So if everybody could help, just make one little change or help that one little bit, I think often people overlook it and think, yeah, but I've not got hundreds of pounds, I've not got thousands of pounds. You don't need it. You know, we can all chip in on different levels, and together that will make the world of difference. What have you experienced coming to Curve, and what do you think people who perhaps are experiencing hard times might experience by coming and being invited to take a seat?
I've been to the Curve many times, hugely supportive of the Curve. As a charity themselves, it's great to see them involved in an external charity activity. Seeing many different productions, from musicals through to more traditional shows. I love the being in the moment there, feeling part of that experience, feeling part of that show. I love seeing other people's faces, and not just sort of, you know, when I've gone with my dad or if I'm with the kids, but literally you look round and you see that look on at people's faces where they have literally been swept in and drawn into that emotion and the characters and the whole ambience, the whole atmosphere. It really is something totally out of this world. It's something that you cannot explain until you've been to watch a show and you've took a minute to step back and just look round and appreciate everything that's going on, you know, everything that's happening, you know, how much goes into that. It's out of this world. It's mind-blowing. It's breathtaking. And I just think everyone should have an opportunity to experience that. They might not necessarily want to, and that's fine. It's not for everyone, but there is a large majority of people that would love to have that opportunity, and it's something that we can often take for granted.
If you think, looking around now, we're sitting in an empty auditorium, what do you think the atmosphere will be like here on the 15th of December when it's full of people who ordinarily probably wouldn't get the opportunity to be here?
I think the excitement, I mean, if you could capture that in a jar, then you'd be, you know, making a lot of money this Christmas. I think the buzz, the atmosphere, the excitement, the laughter, the smiles, that is just going to be out of this world. You know, and I think, you know, we definitely need to try and get a quick little bit of video or something if we can of that, just to show, you know, how much a difference it's made. But you're going to make some people's Christmases, you really are, with this campaign.
We're in June now and we're talking about a Christmas campaign. For a lot of people it's just a little bit early. What would you say in order for us to guarantee the places here? Obviously we've got to make a commitment to Curve. Why would you urge businesses to commit now to help in this campaign?
Okay, so if you think about us being, again, the one community, and to do something on a scale as big as this, to fill a theatre and for the activities and everything that you're putting on that's going with that, is a huge job. So if people that are watching this can just take it, like I say, just take a minute just to consider how much is going into this, how much effort's going in, and how much organisation's got to go into it. We think about booking our Christmas parties at this time of year. You know, we think about that, we get them booked, and that's great because that's great fun for us, a few drinks, a good laugh. You know, why don't we just think about, you know, helping out a campaign that really do need that commitment now. They need to know numbers now. They need to know how much more do they need to fundraise for this, how many more seats do they need to get in there. Because even if they only can accommodate 100 people, that would be brilliant. That's 100 people more experiencing something. But imagine if as a city, as a community, we together collaborate and all chip in together to make this whole theatre full of people that have not had that opportunity before. That is something that I think as a county we could be extremely proud of. We can sit back and say, do you know what, we as a community, as a business community, we made that happen. We did that and we put those smiles on those faces. I think poverty is a huge thing. It's a massive issue, and you never know when you're going to be experiencing a situation where, you know, times can be very hard. If we could all just stand by each other and stand strong and support each other in a positive manner, the world would be a much better place. And I think that starts right here in our hometown.